Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Many games within the Roblox catalog usually tend to borrow assets and whatnot from other places, and it turns out Roblox Doors is just one of those games as well. Sure, they've made many unique features and models, but these are 8 things that Roblox Doors stole. What do you think about it? Comment down below, and you better like and subscribe, or else the game will never receive an update. Don't risk it, man. Number 1, ambush sound. It goes without question. Roblox Doors does have many unique sounds within the game, especially when it comes to the ambient sounds of the hotel, or even when encountering with several entities throughout the game. But Ambush in particular has a very unique sound that is different from the rest. Splash is the main composer for Roblox Doors, and they also have designed many sounds within the game. But when searching up Ambush's sound asset on the Roblox catalog, we can find that it leads to this original file called Glitch Scream Loop. And guess what? It wasn't even created by the developers, as a user called Connor Cadence created this sound asset. That's right, it wasn't even a sound created by the developers of Doors. It's kind of funny because recently the sound was caught deleted, which ultimately broke Ambush's sound within the game. It wasn't deleted because the developer stole the sound, but Splash does agree that moderation exploits going on within the platform must be the cause of these recent purges. Number 2, Bob's Skull. In case you've been living underneath a rock recently, Bob the Skeleton, the friendly entity that pretty much lives at Jeff's shop, well, as we've explained in the latest secrets video, the entity is getting a new skull model. But for what reason, you may be asking? Well, the entity currently has a UGC skull model, this one made by Terabyte. I think you could put the pieces together here. The current Bob Skull head was another borrowed asset from the UGC lounge in order to complete the entity. I will say that the new Bob Skull does look a lot better, so it's nice that Writables is working hard on making a new model for the little guy. Number 3, Rush Vines. Only Doors OGs would pretty much remember this one, but Rush is definitely an entity that we all have ran into at least once within the game. When it comes to the design origin of the entity, it is very unique, though when it comes to its particle effect, there's actually a deeper secret within it. We did showcase this a while ago on Rush's origin video, that the black effect is actually originated to the Vines pattern acid created by DinoTooth009, all the way back in 2012. Bro, the asset is literally over 10 years old, and Rush is still raring it. It's honestly clever thinking by the developers of the game of using this as a particle emitter, but again, they didn't create the asset. It's weird because there's another Rush particle file that is called Black, and it does lead to yet another grassy asset called Vines by Zodsky, and this was also another old upload. The skull of the entity was created by Splash, but not the particle effects when it came to the monster. Number 4, Weird Fog? I mean, with Roblox Doors being a horror game and all, it makes sense if there's some very light fog to be shown within the game. But no, we're not talking about that kind of fog. Deep within the classified files for the game, especially within the Ambush entity, we can notice the same particle emitter file called Black. But this time, instead of a vine, it's an asset of smoke, which was ultimately created by the user DopeFX. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen Ambush in-game with this strange smoke effect. The comments of the asset file do reveal that this was actually an unused particle, and now the Dread entity currently has this file. But again, the creators of the game didn't create this asset. DopeFX did, and whoever Dope is, we will never know, especially since their Roblox account apparently got deleted due to a 404 web page error. Number 5, Crucifix? No, we're not going to go as far as to saying that Roblox Doors stole the crucifix from the Bible. That would just be weird, but the Crucifix item is related to this one. Whenever the item is used, many unique sound effects are played as it pairs up with the entities it's being used upon. One of these sound effects is known as the charge effect, and it basically plays as the Crucifix is quickly gathering power in order to use. Again, it's another interesting asset as the warp charge sound effect was created by a verified user named Haggy125. So not even the Crucifix was saved while the developers were building its existence indoors. Number 6. Whispers. Hold up, do you hear that whispering going on within the hotel? Nah, I'm just kidding. There's no such thing as whispers in the hotel itself, but there is such a thing especially when talking about the Eyes entity. With another look deep within the classified Doors files, we did uncover many assets from Eyes, but more specifically when it came to the entity's ambient sound effect. Once again, this file is paired to the sound asset called Whispers Loop by 3KTO, and again, I'm pretty sure this Roblox user was not affiliated with Elsplash or their team. I do find the comments of the assets relatively funny, though it seems that a lot of people have been visiting the page, which is crazy. Number 7. Various sound effects. Of course, we had to head back to the hotel to talk about the various sound effects within the game. These weren't necessarily taken in any way, though the developers did not create these sound effects themselves. First of which, we can find the Dark Room sound effect asset file to be Horror Hits 4 being made by Roblox. Also, when the old void structure was still within the game playing its unique sound effect, this was also yet another official Roblox sound simply called the Angel's Fountains 2. These were just some of the game's sounds that ended up getting plucked from the Roblox sound catalog, which honestly, I'd probably do a lot if I was making a game. Number 8. Wings. Speaking about angels, you already know that we had to visit the courtyard in order to talk about the large statue at hand. Now it is crazy that Writables did model pretty much over 99% of the whole entire game, but when it came to the statue in the courtyard, he made everything except for the wings of the statue. If we take a look at the asset ID, it does link to these Mesh Evil Wings model, which was actually uploaded by Roblox themselves, strangely enough. It may not be related to all the Wing UGC items that are popping up in the avatar shop, but I do find it interesting that Roblox themselves are able to upload their own meshes, especially on their official Roblox player account. But which did you find the most interesting? Let us know down below, and goodbye.